In the quiet corridors of Nottingham Forest City Ground, a storm is brewing. Nuno Espírito Santo, the man who led Forest to a respectable mid-table finish last season, finds himself on shaky ground. His cryptic press conference quip, "There's no smoke without fire," sent shockwaves through the footballing world, hinting at tensions behind closed doors. The Sunsport dropped a bombshell. José Mourinho, the self-proclaimed special one, is on Forest's shortlist to replace Nuno. Mourinho, currently steering Fenerbahçe to domestic glory in Turkey, is no stranger to the Premier League's spotlight. His storied tenure at Chelsea, Manchester United, and Tottenham cemented him as a serial winner. But it's his knack for turning underdogs into contenders that has Forest owner Evangelos Marinakis intrigued. The friction between Nuno and Edu, the former Arsenal sporting director now pulling strings at Forest, has only fueled the speculation. Edu's refusal to sign Adama Traoré from Fulham, a player Nuno coveted, reportedly left the Portuguese manager fuming, his authority undermined by a new recruitment model that prioritizes squad depth for Europe over his vision. With Ange Postecoglou, recently sacked by Tottenham, also in the mix, Forest's dugout is a powder keg waiting to explode. If Mourinho steps in, expect fireworks. A tactical mastermind with a chip on his shoulder, ready to prove he's still the king of English football. Across the channel, Paris Saint-Germain's goalkeeping saga is reaching fever pitch. Gianluigi Donnarumma, Italy's golden boy and Euro 2020 hero, is staring down the barrel of an uncertain future. The arrival of young shot-stopper Lucas Chevalier at PSG has all but shown Donnarumma the door, and the 26-year-old isn't waiting around to be sidelined. Three Premier League titans, Manchester City, Manchester United, and Chelsea, are locked in a high-stakes race for his signature. City, led by the relentless Pep Guardiola, hold the edge, with reports of Donnarumma already agreeing to terms. The Etihad beckons as the perfect stage for a keeper of his caliber, especially with whispers of Ederson's potential move to Galatasaray opening the door wider. But United, desperate for stability after Andre Onana's roller coaster performances, and Chelsea, always on the hunt for elite talent, aren't far behind. RMC Sport reports early talks with both clubs, though City's financial muscle and Champions League pedigree give them the upper hand. PSG's asking price of $50 million is steep, but Pep's willingness to wait for a free transfer next summer adds a layer of intrigue. This is classic transfer drama. A world-class talent, a club ready to cash in, and three English giants circling like vultures. Donnarumma's next move could redefine a Premier League title race, or leave PSG regretting their gamble. Meanwhile, in the northeast of England, Newcastle United are chasing a goal-scoring savior. Alexander Sørloth, the towering Norwegian who lit up La Liga with 20 goals for Atletico Madrid, including a record-breaking hat-trick against Real Sociedad, has thrown a wrench into Diego Simeone's plans by demanding a move. The 29-year-old, frustrated by just 2 full 90-minute appearances last season and a deteriorating relationship with Simeone, sees Newcastle as his ticket to consistent minutes. Eddie Howe, ever the pragmatist, knows his Magpies need a striker to complement or replace the injury-prone Alexander Isak. Atletico's willingness to let Sørloth go for $25 million, a bargain for a proven scorer, has Newcastle's hierarchy buzzing. José Ignacio Fernandez of ABC reports that Sørloth's transfer request was a direct plea for freedom, and with Newcastle's financial backing and Howe's clear-eyed approach to squad building, the deal feels like a match made in heaven. The Magpies' push for European football demands firepower, and Sørloth's blend of physicality and clinical finishing could be the answer. But with the transfer deadline looming, Howe's cautious stance on profitability rules means this: move must be perfect, or it won't happen at all. In London, Chelsea's attacking woes have taken a surprising turn. Christopher Nkunku, the versatile Frenchman who dazzled at RB Leipzig, finds himself on the fringes at Stamford Bridge. Despite 15 goals and 5 assists last season, injuries and a crowded attacking lineup have left the 27-year-old yearning for more. Chelsea's readiness to loan him out with an option to buy has sparked a shock move from Tottenham, who see Nkunku as the creative spark their Champions League campaign desperately needs. Spurs' ambition, bolstered by their return to Europe's elite competition, aligns perfectly with Nkunku's need for regular minutes to reclaim his spot in France's 2026 World Cup plans. Chelsea's willingness to offload a player once hailed, as their future star speaks to their ruthless squad management, but for Tottenham, it's a golden opportunity. Nkunku's ability to play across the front line, coupled with his proven goal-scoring pedigree, could transform Spurs into genuine contenders. The deal makes sense for all parties. Chelsea clear space, Tottenham gain a difference maker, and Nkunku gets the stage he craves. If this transfer goes through, North London could witness the rebirth of a player poised to light up the Premier League. Across the continent, Jadon Sancho's fall from grace at Manchester United has reached its breaking point. With just 1 year left on his contract and his $250,000 a week wages a burden United are desperate to shed, the winger's future lies in Germany. Bayern Munich, under Vincent Kompany's ambitious leadership, have emerged as surprise frontrunners to bring Sancho back to the Bundesliga, where he once dazzled for Borussia Dortmund. Fichajes reports that Kompany sees Sancho as the perfect addition to his flanks, a player whose pace and creativity could reignite a career that sputtered in England. Juventus, Roma, and Inter had their chances, but Sancho's reluctance to move to Italy has given Bayern the edge. His familiarity with the Bundesliga, where he racked up 50 goals and 64 assists in 4 seasons with Dortmund, makes the move a tantalizing prospect. United, eager to move on, won't stand in his way, but Bayern's ability to cover his wages could seal the deal. For Sancho, it's a chance to rediscover the magic that made him a global sensation. And for Bayern, it's a bold bet on a talent still only 25 years old. In Manchester, another United star is packing his bags. Rasmus Højlund, the 22-year-old Danish striker, has given Napoli the green light for a move that could reshape his career. Antonio Conte, Napoli's master tactician, is scrambling for a number 9 after Romelu Lukaku's hamstring injury left the Partenopei short. Højlund, benched by United's Ruben Amorim for their clash against Arsenal, has had enough of warming the sidelines. Napoli's loan with obligation to buy proposal suits both sides. United can recoup value on a player whose market stock remains high, while Højlund gets the chance to shine at the Diego Armando Maradona Stadium. Conte's system, built on intensity and directness, is tailor-made for Højlund's bruising style, and with negotiations already underway, this could be the transfer that saves Napoli's season and Højlund's confidence. For United, it's a painful admission that their $72 million investment hasn't panned out, but for Napoli, it's a coup that could propel them back into Serie A's elite. Finally, the saga of Rodrygo at Real Madrid has taken a dramatic turn. The Brazilian forward, once a cornerstone of Carlo Ancelotti's attack, finds himself sidelined under new manager Xabi Alonso. With just 1 start at the Club World Cup and no minutes in Real's latest La Liga match, Rodrygo's frustration is palpable. His desire to play on the left is at odds with Alonso's tactical shuffle, which often pushes him to the right or center. Arsenal, Liverpool, and Manchester City have all entered the fray, with Team Talk reporting that Mikel Arteta's Gunners have already held talks with Rodrygo's agents. Liverpool, however, appear the hungriest, their need for attacking depth amplified by an injury-hit season. Real's $100 million valuation is a steep hurdle, and a loan seems unlikely given their insistence on keeping a deep bench. But if Rodrygo digs in and demands a move, the dominoes could fall fast. Arsenal's cautious approach contrasts with Liverpool's urgency, while City lurk as always, ready to pounce. For Rodrygo, it's a defining moment. Stay and fight for his place at the Bernabeu, or chase a starring role in the Premier League. As the transfer window races toward its climax, the stakes couldn't be higher. Mourinho's potential return to England could redefine Nottingham Forest's ambitions. Donnarumma's Premier League chase promises to shake up the title race. Sørloth's move to Newcastle, Nkunku's to Tottenham, Sancho's to Bayern, and Højlund's to Napoli could each shift the balance of power in their respective leagues. And Rodrygo? His decision could spark a bidding war that reshapes the Premier League's attacking landscape. The transfer market is a chessboard, and every move counts. Who will emerge as the master strategist, and who will be left regretting? A missed opportunity? What's your take on this transfer madness? Should Nottingham Forest roll the dice on Mourinho's magic, or is Nuno still the man for the job? Can Donnarumma turn Manchester City into untouchables, Or will United or Chelsea steal him? And where does Rodrygo belong? On Real's bench? Or leading the line for Liverpool, Arsenal, or City? Drop your thoughts in the comments, smash that like button if you're hyped for more transfer drama, and subscribe with notifications on to catch every twist in this wild football saga.